All right, man. We got a week one preview. Detroit Lions taking on uh, the Green Bay Packers. I believe it is the game of the week on CBS. So they should have their top broadcast team on CBS. Yes, this game will be on CBS. I think Fox lineup week one is San Francisco, Seattle, Tennessee, Denver. So I don't understand why Tennessee and Denver is on Fox. And then CBS is our game, 425 game. I think that's the game of the week. I want to say that's the top game. Also, then you have Houston, LA. So I don't know if CBS and Fox is swapping this year. I don't know if that's the case with the new TV deal or whatever. But San Francisco, Seattle is still on. I don't know why they swapping, because in reality, Denver and Tennessee should be on Fox. And then Detroit and Green Bay should be on Denver and Tennessee should be on CBS, and Tampa Bay and Detroit and Green Bay should be on Fox. So I don't know what the switch around is all about. We do these every week. Sometimes I push them later in the week to see the injury report, but obviously there is week one. I'm assuming that Micah Parsons will play. One thing I kind of want to look at is Green Bay, because they lost Kenny Clark, and I know they was looking at they were actually talking about where they wasn't a great one defense with Kenny Clark. Talking about the Cowboys, and right now, Rashad Gary's good. I don't know much of Devontae White. I want to say they drafted him from Georgia. It's been what? Going on his third season. So that, to me, that's crazy, because I just feel like he got drafted yesterday. So I'm really not a fan of they website, but it's not bad. NFL Network's got better too. But so last year, he not much of a sack. I think he's an average sack getter playing that position, but more of a stuffer, maybe more of a run stuffer. So he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the guy that now, Kenny Clark is gone. And I wonder, do they think about kind of like throwing in a like a third or fourth round draft pick or a future second to keep Kenny Clark? That's what I would have tried to do. And then you have Kobe Wooten, fourth round pick from Auburn from a couple years ago. Not much as a sack getter. He's durable for the most part. So yeah, Green Bay. I don't think they envision trading for Micah Parsons, but in the middle of that defense, this is where the game is going to be won at. Right in this middle of this defense, how well they stop the run, and honestly, how well the Lions run the ball. Honestly, new offensive coordinator, will they run? Will they not run it? It's the $1 million question. So you got Rashad Gary, Michigan guy, kind of more of a durability issue with him. But he's been healthy the last 2 years. But as far as that dynamic sack getter, he flashes. He just never been able to put it all together, Rashad Gary, but he flashes. And maybe with the help of Micah Parsons, now you might start seeing 12, 13, 14, sacks a year for him. And then, offensively, they talk a lot about their receiving core. So I don't know what's up with Christian Watson. Okay. So I don't know. Let me see what's going on with him, because he's always injured. He was a guy that I think the Lions almost took. I forget what happened. So he's out for at least 4 games. So I don't know what happened, but he got a knee. He's always out. If you see him play, He's definitely a dynamic guy. So really, it's Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden is a lot being talked about him for the Packers. Out of Texas, Isaiah Bonds got picked up by Cleveland after his case was a sham. So it's a lot talked about Isaiah Bonds. Bond. I mean Matthew Golden, excuse me. So it's a lot talked about him. He's been flashing a lot in camp. Obviously, I'm not sure if um, Jordan Love like he's ready to go. So I mean, just to kind of give you a look at their roster. Um, and if you want to look at the Lions roster real quick, we can. Yeah, we want to look at the Lions roster. Let's get to it. Just to kind of get y'all familiar with what's going on. Golf, I mean, we know the regular. Raymond is that third receiver. Um, obviously, I think what you're going to see a lot of Rah, JMO, Tesla receiver sets. Decker was born on the injury list, and this is your line Decker from left to right. Mahogany, Glams, Graskow, Tate Ratledge, Panisa Will. This is really in the run game. This is really what you're looking at right here. You know what you're getting here. You know what you're getting here, but right here in this game, the game will be won against our front versus their front. And I think the game plan should have a lot to do with them running the ball. And then defensively, Tyleek Williams, DJ Reader in the middle, Davenport, Hutch. I know we all ready for Davenport just to keep it moving. But the backup is a guy named Tracy Lacey. I don't know much about Tyler Lacey. I don't know much about him. This is a dude I think we got from he came from either Dallas or Jacksonville. So he's already coming in being the backup. I know they waiting on Pascal to get healthy. Al Quandon and Muhammad, I like him a lot, but they so thin behind them, man. So Pascal, it's thin, but in that middle, Roy Lopez, Makai Wingo, hopefully Lee McNeil come back. We'll see what happens there. The usual suspects. Jack's the man in the middle, and his only weak side, strong side. Derek Barnes. Mostly you'll see these two out here at linebacker. You might see Derek Barnes at the ends as well too. Branch, Terrion, Kirby, DJ Reader, Meek Roberts. Really good backfield, and then Jake Bates, Jake Fox, Khalif Raymond, Khalil Dorsey were starting kicks, and Hogan Hatton. So, looking at this game, the line moved. It moved once they end up getting Micah Parsons. I think they were already favored by a point and a half. I think those was the opening lines when they first came. I think now they may be favored by 2.5 points. I'm trying to get to my screen. Give me 1 second. Boop. So, yep, they favored by 2.5 points. So, anytime you see that negative, that means that team is the favorite. And the plus means it's the underdog. So, basically, when you see this money line, $100 wins you 120. If you every 100 you win wins 120. When you see 140, it takes 104 negative. Anything negative, like in this case, negative 140, it costs 140 to make $100, just to kind of give you $100 odds. Right now, the indicator says the Lions have a 51.1% chance to win this game. Green Bay 48.5. Right now, Miles Frazier's pup list, Ezekiel Turner, pup IR, non-football injury related. Josh Pascal, don't know when he's coming back. Says October 5th, so he's gonna be out another month. Rodriguez October 5th, coming off the knee. And Lee McNeil December 4th. Pup return list. So I don't know. Micah's gonna play. Xavier Guinea's gonna play. Jaden Reed's gonna play. But they won't get Jonah Williams or Jacob Monk. So that's preseason. Actually looking at this game, Jordan Love. I don't know, let's look at the weather. See if we can pull up the weather. Let's pull up the weather. Whether or not I won't stop. So 1 second. So Sunday is expected to be 61 degrees around game time. Oh, light rain around game time. 20% chance. So um about 5 o'clock. Okay, don't let me. Okay, so it's probably gonna be around 60. Not much wind um at all. So if I had to call this game honestly, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's a tone setter. Last year, I just think the one thing that's kind of missing with uh, I think the thing wrong with Green Bay, I think they don't play enough physical football. I think honestly, I just think they play too much of finesse brand of football. Even with Josh Jacobs, and they get the running in, and then they'll get the running it, and I think they'll get the running in it. But the whole thing with Matt LaFleur is he just wants to throw the football. And even if they're running it with a lot of success, he just want to revert back to throwing the fucking football. And I think that's the issue is that he doesn't bring a physical mentality to the game. He want to throw it. He want to throw it. I think Micah Parsons make them less physical as a football team too, more finesse. Getting rid of Kenny Clark, and then they're going really young in the middle of that defense. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be a good game. I think they're going to be motivated. I think they one of those teams got off to a slow start last year versus the Eagles in Brazil, but today, this May, the field was awful in that game, and Jordan Love got hurt. They do play preseason. He coming off a hand injury, but I think needs to happen for Green Bay is they need to come out there and establish the run. Um, I think they need to establish the run. That's my opinion. I think Green Bay needs to come out, establish the run, and show Detroit that, especially if it's light rain. If I'm them, I'm showing Detroit that we ain't getting pushed around. We coming to bully y'all in our house. And if they try to go out there and throw, I don't think it's a good thing for them. I think they need to plan outside. They need a more aggressive style. We gonna punch you in the mouth and stump you out, and we all gonna watch us rob the rest of your crib. That's how I feel about it. They need to play a physical brand of football. I think they need to be prepared to ride the shoulders of Josh Jacobs and play off of him. Even without the injury to Jordan Love, that's how they should be playing. But I just think they throw the football too much. But what I will say is this: for the Lions, it's a lot of question marks here as far as how they moving. I don't like the fact that you have a. I don't like the fact that you have a offensive coordinator. Okay, that's just a passing game coordinator, and his top guy's a passing game coordinator, and David Shaw. I don't really care for that. If we being honest, I don't care for it. I think the Lions have the questions to be answered here. Offensive line, if you got questions about audibles and slides and double teams and pulls and protections and all that, I think it's best for them to prepare to run the ball 30 to 40 times this game. That's my opinion. My other concern is they're super thin at the defensive end position. But I think they will play Makai Wingo at the end. They will play Derek Barnes at the end as well too. But that's enticing for Green Bay too to get into a throwing match, because guess what? They don't have the horses. All their horses is coming off injuries. They don't really have the horses. Like Reader ain't gonna really get sacks, and Tylee Williams not known to get. So I know it's hard for them to say, okay, if we drop back and wear these big motherfuckers out, we're gonna have all day to throw. They already in there. And if they blitz, we'd be prepared to pick up. So I get it. But if I'm Green Bay, I'm really preparing to run the ball a lot. If I'm Detroit, I'm preparing to run the ball a lot. But I'm Detroit secondary. There's going to be some advantageous situations where you can take the football away. I'm going to say the Lions cover this spread and win. I'm going to say the Lions win on the Jake Bates field goal. I think it'll be a sloppy game. I think there'll be multiple turnovers. Lions don't play a lot of preseason, unknown preseason football with their starters, new offensive line. Am I concerned about the defense? Yes. Um, but I think it'll be a close football game. Lions win on the field goal. I just think they find a way to win. But this is not going to be indicative of who these teams are come November, December. I picked the Lions by 3 to cover. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. I appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, Detroit Lions prediction playlist. Peace.